Welcome to this look at the new Hay and Forage DLC with me, MrSealyp. Today, Tuesday the 13th of June, sees the release of the second pack from the Year 2 Season Pass, the new DLC. This is the Hay and Forage pack. You can buy the Hay and Forage pack separately. I know in euros it's £9.99, so that whatever the conversion will be for wherever you are. You can still buy the Year 2 Season Pass. The Year 2 Season Pass is £39.99 in euros. And you will get this pack with it. If you get the Season Pass, all the packs that come from now on and the previous Gportal pack you will get as well. But you can buy this on its own if you want. Now, this will come down to, as it always does, whether you feel that the pack in its own right justifies £9.99, whether there's something in it that you like so much you think, actually I'm prepared to pay that for that particular piece of equipment or a couple of pieces of equipment. There are 17 machines in this pack, including 3 new manufacturers. We've got Reform, we have got Reiter, and we've got Brielmaier. Brielmaier is German, Reiter and Reform are both Austrian companies. Now this pack, it's designed for kind of alpine, hilly, mountainous work, but it works just as well on the flat. It doesn't have to be. We've got, well, as it says, hay and forage gear. So we've got a tedder, we've got mowers, we've got forage wagons, we've got a nice little pack of a little Reform, what was it called? The Reform MULI, or MULI, which we'll get onto. But we're going to start here with the tractors. So we have got, first of all, the Reform Metrac H75, 11 slots on console. Next to that, we have got the Rigitrac SKH60, that's 14 slots on console. This has got a very nifty trick to it, which this is one of those ones I think I'd get it for that. And then next to that we have got the Reform MOUNTY 110V, also 14 slots. That one's more of a tractor, I guess, but really nice designs, very modern looking. As you can see with this one, we've got a single wheel option. Both of these we've got twin wheel options, which again you don't have to have, but for hilly steep work, if you've got to go across at the side, gives you a much more stable platform. Also reduces compaction, all that kind of stuff as well. All that good stuff. So what we'll do is have a look at those first under vehicles and small tractors. So the Metrac H75 there is 103,500. Slot count comes down to 1. We've got the option of Mitas or BKT. Those are the two. No options within those, just those two tyre choices. We've got main colour, anything on that palette at all. And we've got a license plate option 2. Then we move to the Rigitrac SKH60, 127,500. They're quite expensive, to be fair. What's the horsepower on that? 75 horsepower. Well, the Rigitrac SKH60, 75 horsepower. Wheel setup standard or twin, license plate option. And then the MOUNTY 110V, 121,500. Also slot count comes down to 1. 109 horsepower, a bit more oomph for this one. We've got Michelin, Mitas, Vredestein, just those two, Michelin, Mitas, Vredestein, yeah, and license plate option as well. So let's hop in this one first of all. The lights, beacon, rear work lights, nice air conditioned cabins by the looks of things, or at least fans anyway. Now these do have, let's turn that off, well this one does, on the front of it, R1 and right stick side to side. We can move our 3-point link. So if you're mowing work, if you're going along a fence line, hedge line, or you come across something, you just feel you need to move your mower or whatever you've got on the front over to the side a little bit out of the way, you can. Steering, we have all-wheel steer. We've got front wheel steer, rear wheel steer, crab steer left, crab steer right, back to all-wheel steer. Interior, very nicely detailed. Now this one has a fixed cab, and I say that because it will make more sense in a minute. I'm going to use these for the mowers we're going to use in a moment. We'll move to the Rigitrac. Lights, beacons, horn. This also has the option at the front for adjusting our 3-point link assembly across. So the lights off, but what this does do, 12 miles an hour in reverse, that's pretty cool. Now I must admit, I thought one of these had a changed driving position, but I don't think it does. But what it does do is that. Look at the cab. That's cool. Now obviously there's a limit to how steep that will go to, but from inside, look at the wheels and look at the cab. The cab will stay level. That's brilliant. I like that. That's a cool feature. Again, nicely detailed interior. That's the Rigitrac. And then the Reform 110V. Yeah, this was one I just thought for some reason I thought it had a changed driving direction, but we have also got our adjustment on the front for our 3-point. Oh, that's a point angle. I'm so sorry. I'm so excited about that. Sorry, this one, all-wheel steer, sorry. All-wheel steer, front-wheel steer, rear-wheel steer, crab left, crab right, back to normal. This one does the same. All-wheel steer, front wheel, rear wheel, crab left, crab right. Each one of these nice and wide, low centre of gravity, again designed for hilly work, but it will work on other ground as well, of course it will. These are nice looking tractors. I like it. So, that's the first three. Then we move on to the mowers, which we're going to use these for the mowers. So, moving over to our mowers. Now, these are ones that attach two vehicles. We've got the Sepp Knüsel Tornado 306. We've got the Sepp Knüsel 306 Plus. And then we have got the KRONE EasyCut F320 Highland. These are 3 slots each. That's 3 meters, that's 3 meters, that's 3.2 meters. So if I grab, doesn't matter which one. Look that up, unfold it. So not only on the vehicle have we got that movement, but on the mower itself we've got a movement of that as well, so we can move the mower as well as the entire rack. So we can move the rack over that way, and then we can move the mower further over as well. So we've got quite a bit of independent movement on that. Put that back in the middle. We also, I might put on the other mowers actually. You saw as it kind of lowers down, a bit of a twist on that, so it will hug the ground as you're going over. You can see it's adjusting to the ground, so it will mow nice and tight to uneven ground. Which is what it's designed to do, really. Now, I'm not sure, it might have been the actual tractor, but I'm going to try something here. Because I could have sworn I bought it out on this one. On this one, I had... That's bizarre. Oh, there we go. So you've got a tilt on that as well. There might be another one as well. So I switched from that to that. Oh no. Yeah, so we've got a tilt, as well as the fact that when you lower it down it will hug the ground. So if you have got a bit of uneven ground, just drop that down. You've got a bit more movement on that. For the rough stuff, which is rather cool. So that's the Tornado 306. Just go that. 306 plus, also 3 meters. Unfold it. Movement either side. Switch to that. I think that's the only adjustment that one's got. It's an up or down, like that. Obviously there's fold and unfold, like that. Nice and flexible, does the job. And then we've got the KRONE EasyCut F320 Highland. Now this one's also got a little trick up its sleeve. Let's unfold that. So we have got that movement. We've got that movement. So we can actually move the entire mower. So the main bulk of it that's attached to the 3-point stays where it is, and the mower moves within that. So again, a bit of movement on there. Switch to that. They're quite versatile bits of kit, these. Let's get that back more central. Yeah, so you can offset it if you want to. There we go. So that's the first of the attachable mowers. Then we move, or the attachable mowers. Then we move on to these. So these are the Brielmaier. These are very cool. So we've got the Brielmaier 29 EFI. 9 slots. We've got 2 options on this. We've got a mower, we've got a windrower, and this is also got some very cool tricks up their sleeve. So if we go to our vehicles and mowers, this is where you'll find them. 23,500, slot count come down to 1. We've got a 4.2 metre mower or a 2.2 metre windrower. Those are our 2 options. 26 horsepower. Let's undo the tension straps like that and that. Do this. So we've got the option. No, wrong one. Let's go on that one. Start it up. So we're stood on a footplate at the moment, so we can drive it like a vehicle. This one will go at 3 miles an hour. We've got lights. We can toggle our work mode. So we've got left swath, right swath, back to left swath again. What we can also do is change driving mode. So we can have it as a push one. Let's turn it on. I love this. This is brilliant. Absolutely love this. Or change driving mode, and we can have it ride on. If you're just feeling a bit worn out, you don't want to walk. 4 miles an hour. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Again, why is it always when it's something like this? I straight away think of racing. Oh, it'd be cool to do like races with these. Anyway, so same with this one. Lights. Backing off here. That one didn't like it as much. I think that might have to be reversed on maybe. So this is the mower. Option for this as well. Change driving mode. We can push it. Turn it on. Away we go. Change driving position. So how does this fare on the hills? No problem at all. It's actually not slowing down at all, is it? That's very cool. So that's the Brielmaier 29EFI. Awesome. Moving on from our mowers and our tractor units, we've got a tedder. Just one tedder in this pack. This is the KRONE Vendro 820 Highland, 7 slots, 8.2 meters wide. But this does, actually I'm going to grab one of these. This does have a nice feature as well on it. Let's unfold it. Lower it down. So L1 and right stick side to side. If you watch the wheels, they twist. So what we can do as we drive forward, let's turn it on, it will twist it like that. So if you've got a fence line, it keeps it away from the fence line, and it puts all of your tedded grass over to the side, so it pushes it over this way, away from if you had a fence here. You know what it's like when you've got fences and hedges and you do your tedding and it puts it under a fence you can't get to for collecting and stuff like that. So it's designed to kind of push it out of the way of an obstacle, and then what you do is switch our wheels the other way. So if your fence is the other way, you do that side and it'll push it out that way instead. Or, if you can get it just right and get the wheels back central, that's about right. Just leave it central and run it as you would normally a tedder. That's the KRONE Vendro 820 Highland. So that's the tedder. Now we move on to our windrowers, of which we have a few. Starting off with another KRONE. This is the KRONE Swadro S350 Highland, 5 slots, 3.5 meters wide. Actually, I didn't show you. I'm so sorry. I've got so involved in what I'm doing. I meant to show them all, didn't I? Under mowers. I do apologise. The Tornado 306. Slot count comes under 1. We've got an option for lighting, yes or no. The 306 Plus, no options, you get it just like that. And the EasyCut, no options, you get it just like that. The Tedder, just there, 17,500, 65 horsepower required, no options on that. And now we've moved on to our windrowers. There we go, the Swadro S350 Highland, 6 grand, 30 horsepower required, slot count comes down from 5 to 1. No options on this either. Just too overexcited. This one's a fairly standard one, I don't think it's got any options over and above normal. Just doesn't require a lot of horsepower. It's fairly small, lightweight, as you can see up on the 3-point link. Yeah, pretty sure. Okay, that's the first of them. Next we move on to the Reiter. So we've got the Reiter Respiro set, or series I guess. So we've got the Reiter Respiro R3 Compact. This is 5 slots, 3 meters wide. Also underwind rowers. Just there, the Respiro. I'll show you all of them in here, then we'll go out and look at them. So the R3 Compact, 26,500, 90 horsepower required, 3 meters wide, run at 12 miles an hour. No options on that one. We've got the Respiro R7RD, 91,000, 7 meters wide, 160 horsepower. No options on that. And then we've got the Reiter Respiro R9 Profi, 125,000, 130 horsepower required, 9 meters wide, 12 miles an hour. This one we have got the option of Trelleborg, BKT, Vredestein, and back again, and a license plate option on there too. So we've got the option of change work mode. We've got left swath, right swath. It's supposed to be front mounted, isn't it? Just thinking, that's not left swath, that's right swath. This is supposed to be on the front. There we go, because the conditioner's on there. I'm thinking, why is that not picking anything up? There we go. It's because I brought it out on the back of the vehicle. So left swath. Change it to right swath. So that's the Respiro R3 Compact. Now we're going to move on to the R7RD, 11 slots, 7 meters wide. Now this one is front mounted as well. That's a heavy old bit of kit to be. Just thinking, that's a big old unit to be front mounted. Let's try it rear and see. So this one can fold. That's going to be, isn't it? Because the condition's on the front. No, this one as well, we've got toggle work mode. We've got left, right, outside, or back again. Let's turn it on, see what happens. I'm sure. Yeah. Wow, that is a big bit of kit. Sound effects on that as well, amazing. Just thinking that's going to be very heavy on the front. Yeah, yep, I can feel it. Already lifting. So, turn it on. At 12 miles an hour, it's no slouch, it's pretty cool. So that's our left swath. Right swath. And toggle it again to outside. It does both sides. Which is rather handy, because then it gives you your other swath, so then when you come back the other way, you've already got part of your swath done that side. I mean, it doesn't matter left or right or both, but that's a pretty cool feature, that. So that's the R7RD. I was convinced that was on the rear, but I suppose, yeah, look at the design of it, of course it's not. disconnect. So that brings us on to the R9 Profi. This is definitely rear. Let's open this up. So once open, this one has got select work mode middle, left, right, outside, back to middle again. So we turn it on. There we go. Middle, left, right and outside. That's that one. So last our windrowers then. It's a PÖTTINGER top 1403C, 14 slots, 14 metres wide. Also under windrowers, right on the very end, just there. 92 grand, 115 horsepower required. We've got the option of Forage, BKT, spare wheel, yes or no. That puts a little spare wheel on the side there in case you break any of the ones that are on it. We've got swath curtain, yes or no. Multitask, yes or no. What's the multitask? What does that change? Oh, it adds all these extra sets of wheels on. Oh, that was... Oh, yeah, hang on. Hopefully this is going to work. And then we've got a license plate option on there as well. So, actually don't need that. Put this over here. So this one, much like most windrowers, although to be fair, we don't have this option very much in game. There's a few. Is it the Felidurus? There's a couple that have it. So it opens out like so, and we can turn it on. We can lower it down, or we can do our windrowing very happily. But if you're windrowing and your windrows are too big, and what happens in the real world if you've got forage harvester coming behind, collecting it all up to chaff it, and you've got silage additive and stuff, if the windrows are too big, what you can do is if I do L1 and right stick side to side, I can bring that arm in all the way to there, so any increment in from there. R1 and right stick in, I can bring that one in as well. So you can actually make your swaths smaller. Or if you've got to go through a narrow gap, or there's trees or fences, so it gives you a few more options. Obviously you want it as wide as possible to do as much as possible, but it gives you a bit of flexibility. In game it's not going to make a huge amount of difference, but in the real world, yeah, sometimes you might get a message from your forage harvester driver saying the swaths are too big, I can't collect it all, and you just need to narrow it down a little bit so the swaths are a bit smaller. So let's open that back out again. Open that back out again. And away we go. Excellent. So that's the PÖTTINGER top 1403C. Let's fold that up. Put that to one side. Next we have got forage wagons. We have got the PÖTTINGER Jumbo 8450DB, 17 slots. And next to that we've got this, which comes as part of this kind of pack within the pack. This is the Reform PrimAlpin, which is 8 slots. I'm saying that because they're both under forage wagons, so we'll look at them both together at the same time. But this is more of your sort of standard, what we're used to. If we go to our forage wagons, so the Jumbo 8450DB, 86,500, 250 horsepower required, 47,300 litres. Now this is interesting. We've got pickup, yes or no. I just went for yes because I'm trying to think how that would work without the pickup. there's probably a very obvious reason why you would take the pickup off. I'm not sure, but anyway, we've got Wheelbrand, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein. Trelleborg, just that tyre option. Michelin, that one and that one. BKT, just that, and Vredestein, that and that. Billboard on the back, yes or no. You don't have to have that on if you don't want to. Cover, yes or no. Silage additive tank, yes or no. I think it's a 10 litre. I put one on this and on the other one as well. And then license plate option on there too. And then the PrimAlpin, 30 grand, 13,900 litres. Silage additive tank, yes or no. Main colour, anything on that palette, which can match up with the vehicle, which we'll have a look at in a little while. And license plate on there too. So, let's back up, hook up. So cover open, if you've got a cover. You might not have one, but if you've got a cover open, like so. Now we do have the option on this one. We've got a raise and lower on that whole attachment there. If you're finding you're not picking up the swaths off the ground, you can lower it down a little bit. If when you've got the pickup down, like that, it's not quite touching the ground yet, you can adjust that. Well, that's too high. Well, probably not too high, but you can do a bit of adjustment. Get your wheels level, etc. And then we have got under L1 and right stick up and down, does that front section. So if you are running alongside next to a forage harvester that's spraying into this, which you don't always, you're more likely to pick up the swaths, but you can do if you wanted to, I guess. But you've got that on there as well. We'll turn it on. I've got some silage additive in it, so if you are picking up grass, you'll get a 5% bonus if you're using silage additive as well. So whatever you would normally get off the ground, you'll get 5% more if you're using silage additive. Fairly straightforward. Let's lift that and lift that. Unload here. So that's your PÖTTIngER Jumbo 8450DB. Now we'll look at the rest of this pack. So I've shown the forage portion of this, but we have got the Reform MULI T8X, which is this. And I've got a couple of different versions or a couple of different colours of this. So we've got the T8X. We've already seen the forage back. We've got a tipper back, but that tipper back can also be changed so it's a bale trailer as well. So we've got the PrimAlpin, we've got the tipper, and we've got the MULI T8X. We'll have a look at the T8X first, and then we can have a look at the rest of the gear. It's under miscellaneous. So the T8X, 126,500. Slot count is 17. Comes down to 1. We have got Mitas and Continental. Continental just has that. Mitas, we've got standard, rear twins, twins. Now, unlike some other ones, what was the other ones we had? Where you couldn't always hook up to the backs with twins on because it was too wide. This will work with twins on. So if you've got twins, it doesn't matter, it will still attach. And then we've got roof setup, design 2 or design 1. So you can have it more plain or with all the bells and whistles. We've got beacon, no, or we've got a light bar. Front mounting 3-point, yes or no. You don't have to have it on there. Main colour, anything on that palette. So as I showed you another one, you can kind of match up with whatever you've got. License plate option on there too. And then if we go up to, or was it down? Under miscellaneous. There we go. There's your tipper. So what, tipper and front guard, 2,400 litre. Bale trailer. Front guard, so you can still have it as a bale trailer or pallets or whatever you want, but it hasn't got to be bales, but whatever you want. Tipper on its own without the front sort of headache rack, 2,400 litres or back. Main colour again to match up with whatever you've got for your main colour for your vehicle. Something I'm going to check. I'm pretty sure I've counted up. That's 17. I'm sure that's everything. I know some of the other modded versions, not of the because Reform's new to the game, but we had a slurry version, but I don't think. No. Thought I'd better check because you never know. So let's hop in here. Let's start this up. This sounds great as well. It's got a proper like lorry engine sound to it, which I like. So if you've gone for the extra lights on top, there's our lights. light bar. This has got the front 3-point. As I said, we've got the twins on this, but the actual support legs on these are wide enough that with the twins on, you can still back up and you can still hook up. So the PrimAlpin, again this has got a silage additive tank, 10 litres, turn it on, oh sorry, unfold the loading wagon, there we go, turn it on, drop it down, this flicks up the other way. Now we do have on the main vehicle, we've got steering modes on this as well. So we've got all-wheel steer, front wheel steer, crab steer left, crab steer right. There's no rear wheel steer on this one. It's very cool. Interior, again, very nicely detailed. Unload that. And I've got the bail back. No, sorry, the tipper back and then the bail back. The bail back's just got straps on it, but so the tipper. The sound of this as well reminds me of those little, is it Isuzu? Little Isuzu lorries. They're like mini lorries, and they look exactly like a real lorry, but just a little diddy version of it. And this is the same. I love this. Brilliant. So we have got on this tip side back, tip side left, tip side right, tip side back. Tip side left and tip side right, it's just the opposite of that. 2,400 litres. Very neat bit of kit that. They do have rear trailer hitches on them as well, so you can attach trailers to them as well. I think having the front 3-point link on them as well, if you go for the one with the front 3-point link, very versatile bit of kit. And then the bail one, and that, I think that's all 17 pieces, pretty sure it is. That is pack 2 from the year 2 season pass. More to come from the year 2 season pass. Obviously we've got a bonus pack at some point. Then we've got 3, 4 and 5, and 5 is that the new map? I'm pretty sure 5 is the new map. Let me just double check that. Yeah, pack 3, mid 2023, pack 4, late 2023, big expansion is late 2023. So yeah, bonus pack is pack 3, equipment to improve productivity is pack 4, so I'm thinking that might be more precision farming stuff, potentially. Then the big expansion is a new map with new exciting crops, which we think is probably going to be carrots, judging by the picture. But there we go, the hay and forage pack from Giants. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.